Welcome to the deep dive. This is the place where we take a source, or in this case, something a little different, a single, really exciting cultural announcement, and we just pull out every single piece of information you need to be completely in the loop.
Yeah, our mission today is very focused. We've got just one source. It's a press announcement for a huge upcoming light novel, and we're basically going to act as your guides. We'll dissect the premise, understand the author, and give you a full picture of why this thing is already getting so much buzz.
And what we're diving into today is, it's a fantasy release with a title that is one of the best hooks I've seen in a long, long time. We're talking about the upcoming light novel, I Fell in Love with the Dragon Queen, but physical contact means world destruction.
That title is it's a whole thesis statement right there. It tells you everything. And we can confirm this is a new light novel from the author Kurogami Daichi, who is a huge name. The release date is officially set for February 16th, 2026.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Before we even get into the, world-ending romance, and we're definitely going to spend time on that, we should talk about the creator, Kurogami Daichi. Does their past work give us any clues?
Absolutely. Daichi is a known quantity, which is why this announcement is such a big deal. The source lists 3 of their previous works, and, well, they paint a picture of an author who is really, really versatile.
Give us the titles, because I think the contrast is fascinating.
Okay, so the 3 listed are Karaoke Christmas, Valdoria, and Neon Dreams.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, if you just saw those 3 on a shelf, you'd have no idea what you were getting into.
Valdoria sounds like your classic epic high fantasy, swords, castle.
Totally. A fan who knows Daichi from Valdoria is probably expecting massive world-building, high-stakes, big battles. It sets the stage for a story with the Dragon Queen perfectly.
But then you have Karaoke Christmas. That just sounds like, what, a contemporary slice-of-life romance, something very intimate, very character-focused?
Almost the complete opposite of an epic fantasy, yeah. And the third one, Neon Dreams. That's the wild card. The word neon just screams cyberpunk, right? Or maybe some kind of high-tech sci-fi.
It's the sign of an author who does not like to stay in one lane.
So if you're trying to figure out what Dragon Queen is going to be like, the big takeaway is that Daichi is probably going to blend all these things. It's not just going to be straight fantasy.
Exactly. It suggests they can take the emotional focus from something like Karaoke Christmas and just overlay it onto the huge world-building scale of a Valdoria.
That versatility is key. It means the emotional drama, the trauma from this forbidden love rule is going to be handled with real intimacy, even when the stakes are literally global.
The author has the skills to deliver on both the epic and the personal, and that's exactly what a concept this big needs.
But does that versatility ever risk feeling messy? Like, are we just getting 3 different tones mashed together? A Valdoria fan might not want all that deep character stuff.
That's a fair point. But in this space, usually that kind of genre spanning is seen as creativity. It's about bringing new elements in. Like maybe the politics in the Dragon Queen's court will feel more like a gritty cyberpunk thriller than old-school medieval drama?
I see. So we should assume they're elevating the genre, not just confusing it.
Precisely, yeah. And the fact that the announcement focuses so much on the constraint, the no-touching rule, and not the magic system, that tells you the story is going to lean more towards character.
Right. Okay, so now that we have a feel for the author, let's get into the world itself.
Let's do it.
The world is called Kaelhar, and we have our 2 main characters. Who are they?
We have the 2 leads who basically embody this whole human versus dragon conflict. On the human side, there's Ban Leon. He's described as a scarred warrior.
I love that trope, a scarred warrior. It immediately tells you he's not some fresh-faced idealist. He's seen things. He's probably cynical.
And that cynicism is about to be put to the test. His counterpart is the Dragon Queen, Essence Moon, and she's described as fierce.
So if he's battle-hardened and maybe a little tired, she's powerful and maybe volatile. That's an interesting power dynamic right from the start.
A human who is emotionally and physically damaged, and this massive, powerful, non-human queen, and the source says they form an unexpected alliance.
So they don't start out as friends. They need each other for something.
Exactly. And that something is a huge external goal. They're on a journey to uncover an ancient prophecy.
And the goal of that prophecy is to unite humans and dragons.
That's it. So this isn't about personal gain. It's about ending a massive, probably ancient war. This elevates the whole thing way beyond a simple romance.
We're basically acting as diplomats trying to achieve interspecies peace. The pressure is already immense, even before you get to the title.
Their success means peace for Kaelhar. Their failure means the war continues forever.
Okay, now let's get to it. the giant world-destroying elephant in the room. They have this huge task, they're working together, they're falling in love. But why is it forbidden? Why does physical contact mean global annihilation?
This is the genius of the hook. Most forbidden love stories have barriers you can overcome, right? Politics, rival families, you can fight your way through that. This barrier is like a law of physics. It's built into reality itself. The announcement says, even the lightest touch could unleash devastating chaos.
That's just horrifying. Imagine a moment where they win a battle and all he wants to do is just, touch her arm in celebration. And he can't.
It's an incredible engine for tension. If the title is literal word destruction, then the moment they finally connect, the moment they succeed in their love, the world ends. It's the ultimate paradox.
I mean, it's brilliant, but is it also a bit of a gimmick? How do you keep that tension going for a whole book? They just have to avoid touching for hundreds of pages.
I get what you're saying, but think about the stakes. The consequence isn't just their own death. If that were it, they could choose to sacrifice themselves. The consequence is the failure of their mission and the death of everyone.
Ah, so it becomes a test of morality, of ultimate self-control.
Their intimacy can only be abstract. It has to be built on words, on intent, knowing that a single slip-up means game over. It's the ultimate long-distance relationship, except they're standing right next to each other.
And it targets their core identities, doesn't it? She's fierce. Fierce people are physical. He's a warrior. Warriors solve problems with their bodies, with strength.
Exactly. It forces them both into entirely new ways of being. She can't lash out. He can't offer simple comfort. And that's where an author with experience writing intimate stories like Karaoke Christmas can really shine.
I bet the tension is going to come from the near misses. The accidental brush of hands the moment one of them falls and the other has to stop themselves from catching them.
That's where the real craft comes in, choreographing those moments. But there's another layer here. The source gives us a clue about where this rule comes from. It says they are bound by the haunting shadows of the past.
So this isn't just a random curse, it's a direct result of history.
This is what makes it more than just a gimmick. It means their forbidden love is a kind of ancestral trauma. The past is literally preventing their future.
So what could have happened? Maybe a previous union between a human and a dragon almost ended the world. And this rule was put in place to stop it from ever happening again.
That makes the most sense. The constraint isn't just a curse. It's a protection mechanism, as tragic as it is. Ban Leon and Essence Moon are carrying the magical debt of that past failure.
Wow. So their mission isn't just to achieve peace, they're trying to heal a fundamental wound in their universe's history. And the solution to the world's problem, their union, is also the world's biggest threat. It's a perfect tragedy.
It's fate versus free will. The key thing for you to understand is that the haunting shadows of the past is what gives their personal drama this huge mythological weight.
Okay, I think we have a really solid grip on why this premise is so compelling. Let's just quickly run down the practical details for anyone who is now completely hooked.
Sure, the logistics are simple. It's a light novel. Release date is February 16, 2026.
And they can get it now if they want.
Pre-order is available, yeah. The announcement mentioned Amazon and Apple Books specifically, so all the major platforms. The journey to Kaelhar starts mid-February 2026.
So to sum it all up, we started with just a title, and now we understand the whole setup, the sophisticated blend of genres that Kurogami Daichi is bringing to the table.
Right. We know we're in Kaelhar. We have the scarred warrior Ban Leon and the fierce dragon queen Essence Moon. They're in an alliance to fulfill a prophecy to unite their people. But we know the biggest threat isn't some villain. It's their own love.
A love bound by a historical curse where physical contact means world destruction. You now have the full context. You know the writer, you know the stakes, you're ready for February 16th.
And here's the last thing to think about, just to leave you with something. The constraint is so absolute world destruction. It suggests the shadows of the past didn't just create a rule, they created a weapon. If a touch can end the world, then their potential union is the most powerful force in Kaelhar.
Ooh, so maybe the end game isn't about avoiding it.
What if their final success involves mastering that power instead of just suppressing it? What if unity requires one final controlled, world-altering touch? That's something to mull over while we wait.